I'm going to talk about a very important topic, voice modulation. Voice modulation is when you change your pitch, pace, and volume while talking. It is used by speakers to keep the audience interested. Without voice modulation, our speech becomes very boring and people start to lose interest. I sounded like a robot, right? Now, imagine if I continue the rest of my talk like that. You would either fall asleep or start scrolling your phone. That is exactly what happens in real life when speakers do not use their voice effectively. The human voice changes with emotion, but for children, the parent's voice is not just sound, it's a signal, a powerful, deeply wired communication tool. And I know this from my own life because usually when my mom calls me, she says, Ritisha. But when she's angry, when her tone sharpens, her pitch rises, and my name becomes a full classical performance. Ritisha Rajwar, my whole personality resets. At that moment, I don't walk, I glide. I don't speak casually, I speak like I'm applying for a job. Yes, mom, what happened? And when that same person with the same voice has to get something done, the tone completely changes. Oh, Ritisha, my sweet little child, my favorite bacha. You know what? I like you even more than your brother. Now, let's practice maths for an hour. What just happened? I didn't even expect I'd get to practice maths for an hour after this. Or when she goes and complains about me to my aunt. You know what? I was scolding Ritisha and she said, Oh, stop it, Ma. Could you believe that? Ma hu main uski. Magical, isn't it? How one person can speak in such different tones. And it made me wonder, how does this happen? Is it parental instincts or experience? What I discovered is simple yet incredibly powerful. It's voice modulation. And sometimes all it takes is a slight change in tone to change the entire response. Ask a child if they would rather watch the news or a cartoon. The answer is obvious, the cartoon. Let's have a look at this video first.
I didn't even know that you could do such a thing, but now everyone's so excited, and you're the most popular kid in school.
Did you enjoy the beginning or the later part of the video? I'm sure the one with audio. And it's not only because of the visuals, but because of the voice. A cartoon character is full of excitement, expression, and emotion. Voice modulation is not about sounding dramatic. It's simply playing with these four tools: pitch, volume, pace, and pause. And trust me, the way we say something decides whether people listen or switch off completely. Have you also ever noticed a child excited for his birthday party? From the moment he wakes up, it's non-stop. When will my friends come? When do I get to cut the cake? Can I unwrap my gifts right now? How do you instantly know the child is excited? It's not because of the words, but because of the tone of his voice. Your excited voice literally changes the whole room's energy. Now, let's do one thing. I would like you all to look at the person who's sitting next to you and make eye contact for just 5 seconds. Come on, you can look at each other. How did you react? Chances are you smiled, or maybe felt a brief sense of awkwardness. That's mirror neurons at work. Our brain's special cells that activate not only when we perform an action, but also when we see or hear someone else perform it. I tested this in my own school by walking through the corridors with a smile on my face. And even before the words came out, the people I made eye contact with smiled back instantly. That same happens with voice modulation. When a speaker expresses emotion through their voice, whether excitement, calmness, or joyfulness, the audience instinctively mirrors that emotion and feels more connected. But when your voice stays flat, the opposite happens because a flat voice doesn't just sound boring, it disconnects the listener. It makes even the most exciting part of the story feel like a grocery list. I want you all to repeat after me. Say unbelievable. Let's repeat this word but with some expressions this time. Unbelievable. See, you just felt the difference in one word. That's the impact your voice has. And sometimes just one sentence can tell us about different emotions. For example, if I'm surprised, I'll say, oh my god. If I'm frustrated, I'll say, oh my god. But if I'm happy, I'll say, oh my god. Here's something else voice modulation does that not many people realize. It actually helps you build confidence. Listen to these two sentences. I think I'm ready to share my idea with all of you today. And I think I'm ready to share my idea with all of you today. Which one sounds confident? Second one, right? The words did not change. I just ended them differently. It's called an up pitch when your voice rises at the end of your sentence. It makes your statement feel unsure. For example, your friend asks, are you coming to the party tomorrow? And you say, yes, I am. Suddenly, it sounds like you're not actually coming to the party. Or when someone compliments you, hey, nice presentation. And you say, oh, really? High pitch, instant doubt. But a steady voice sends one clear message. I believe in what I'm saying. Another most important tool in modulation is the pause. A pause is tiny, but it changes everything. For example, if I say pauses are important, it's fine. But if I say pauses are important, suddenly it sounds deeper. It sounds like something worth remembering. I could even demonstrate it while explaining you. The reason pauses matter is because they make your listener lean in. In that moment, the silence itself becomes a part of the message. So, the next time you speak, don't just focus on what you're saying, rather, focus on how you're saying it. Because people do not remember your words, they remember the way you made them feel. Your voice isn't just sound, it's your signature. Now tell me, are you ready to use your voice differently? Or are you ready to use your voice differently?